So I'm over here on PlayStation's actual blog that they released after dropping E3, and here's just some of the titles. Bear with me, there's quite a few here. Then I'm gonna go through and mention some of the ones I think are actually gonna be pretty big hits. So starting off the name of list of games that they have here, we have Disc Jam, Pry, Here They Lie. Let's see, God of War. Spider-Man, PlayStation 4 game, working title. Let's see, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Horizon Zero Dawn, Bound. There might be some Vita games in here too, so bear with me here. Gravity Rush 2, Gran Turismo Sport, Riggs Mechanized Combat League. So there's your Titanfall 2 combat. You can't just drop giant mechs and not expect more giant mechs to come. That's how it works. Anyway, The Last Guardian. PlayStation did announce that they're bringing back the Gear Store 2016. If you're not aware, Gear Store is where you can buy T-shirts, hats, caps, all those fun things. Let's see. Can't mention that topic. That's somebody else's. Resident Evil 7. Farpoint. Let's see. 100-foot robot golf. In case you thought that, Titanfall and Riggs was going to be the only giant robot game you were going to get. But, instead of blasting each other, we like to smack around little white balls with our big old club. Let's see. Bass Drop. Probably by the same people that brought you those terrible games, such as Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Let's see. We also have Blade Ballet. What? I don't know. Let's see. We also have Chambara, Crypt Tark. Yeah, you should have seen me try to read that one. Dear Esther. Let's see. We also have Drawful 2, which looks more like a brain type of game. Eve Valkyrie, which I think is the first time an Eve game is featured on a console. Everything, which is a sandbox game. And Fault Mission, Milestone 1. Sorry, not Mission 1. There's also Hob, Hue, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Basically Brandon's whole life story in a video game. Manual Samuel. That's another name for what we were talking about earlier. The Samuel. Let's see. Songs and Shadows. I can't read the first word. It's like mass. It's got a Q in it, and a U, and an E, and an R, and a Masquerada. I don't know. Pax Nova. Pry. And Q Rare Magic Library. Rabbit, which is, your typical weeaboos. Oh my God, look at that, underage girl in that suggestive outfit with bunny ears. Skylar and Pluck's Adventures on Clover Island. It kind of looks like a kid's game, but it looks like adults might like it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Verdun, which looks like a war game. It looks like a old World War I first-person shooter. So combat, just to try to mess up with DICE and their Battlefield 1. And so far, that's what I have over here on PlayStation's blog of everything that was released. But if you want my opinion on what I think is going to be some of the bigger games for the PS4. Silly me, I forgot to mention Call of Duty. What is that? The new Call of Duty. What is that called?
Infinity Warfare. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Infinity Warfare. I automatically think that's going to be a big one, just for the simple fact that it's a Call of Duty game. For Honor, I think is going to be huge for a PlayStation 4 this year. God of War, of course, it's a God of War game. It's going to be massive regardless. Gravity Rush 2, I feel like going to be one of those sneaking kind of titles that it might get more play on the Vita, but if they decide to push it for the PS4.
I think it's really neat what they're doing with the God of War series. They got their trilogy out, and they decided to go back and reboot it from the ground up and take it into a whole other mythology instead of running the game into the ground like a lot of companies have done with their video games. It's nice to see them thinking a little bit side out of the box. I know it isn't that big. But it's taking what we already know and established and putting it into a whole new world, and people love the character and the gameplay and the mechanics of it, that they're going to go into this and learn a lot more about something that most people don't really know that much about, besides, oh, there's a guy named Thor, Loki, and Odin in a Marvel movie, which I find kind of refreshing since I'm a big history nut. Yep. That, and I'm like really interested to see the Crash Bandicoot remaster, because they're doing that from the ground up to remake the original 3. So I'm really interested to see what that first one is. Anybody else have something to say about that? About the stuff at E3 and Sony?
I didn't. So my brother is the primary commander of the PlayStation 4 in our household. So I didn't really catch anything with PlayStation 4 that I was like, oh my god, I need to have it. Like I knew with, you know, not Dying Light, No Man's Sky. I was pretty excited for that one, but
they have a new game coming out called Death Stranding, which I actually put a picture of in the thing. And Death Stranding is being made by the same guy who created the Metal Gear Solid. Who has their thing on?
Well, that's your boyfriend. You should be worried. That's Nate Lockhart.
Who has their thing unmuted and we're hearing their TV?
They always fall for him, even if they already have a boyfriend.
TV.
Ashley? Okay, but they have a new game
Justin, we can't hear you. Cannot. Okay.
I hit push to talk back in the settings, and it shot me over into the text channel. Sorry about that. What was the last thing you guys heard from me, though?
I cannot remember at this point.
Oh, because I was just wondering if you guys caught my brief synopsis of what I think will be big hits for PlayStation 4 this year.
You got like 2 or 3 out. We covered Gears. Gods of War.
Daggone it. Well, I think that Watch Dogs 2 is going to be a big hit. I think Tekken, of course, 7 is going to be a big hit, along with Resident Evil 7, just due to the fact of the legacy and how much is behind the previous games and how well they've done for PlayStation beforehand, too. So,
yeah, I'm really looking forward to Tekken, and I'm happy it's out on Xbox also, which is a good game to have cross-platform playing, like we were talking about earlier. Another game that I think is going to be a big hit once it finally comes out is that Death Stranding, which is made by the creator who did the Metal Gear Solid series. Since he left Konami and is now doing his very first game, they released a trailer of it. And this is the same guy that did the PT trailer and was going to do the new Silent Hill video game that PT demo was based off of with Guillermo del Toro, or however you say the guy's name. But he kept Norman Reedus and is now doing this game called Death Stranding, which, of course, mindfuck like he is and likes to do, nobody knows what this trailer's about. But you know it's going to be a good game and going to have a lot of mindfuck moments. So I'm waiting to see what that game is and what it turns out to be.
I'm interested in seeing some of like the X-Wing Commander Battlefront VR game that's going to go through PlayStation 4. I'm interested in see how they do with that and their whole VR system, because there's several games that were released for, that's going to be released for the PS4 via the VR that I forgot to honestly mention, because I felt like I was taking a lot of time just going through mentioning a lot of the titles that were announced in their conference.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to go through, trust me. I found that out with the Xbox One. But yeah, it seems like PlayStation, with the VR, they're going to have 50 games at launch, which excite me. They're not just going to give you 2 or 3. You're going to have your hands filled if you're looking for the VR experience. So that's going to be cool, and especially the Battlefront X-Wing missions. Like, I'm a huge Star Wars nut. Have been since I was a little itty-bitty kid. I even played the original Star Wars arcade game, which where you were doing the trench run in a X-Wing. So this is going to be like fulfilling prophecy to have this mission come out.
The thing I am most excited about are God of War and Watch Dogs 2, because I'm a huge God of War fan. I'm so excited for this. There's so many questions I have that I want answered. And regarding Watch Dogs 2, I didn't play the first one, but I watched my husband play. And I mean, just the development that game had and some of the graphics were amazing. And I'm so looking forward to see what they do with the second one.
Also, bro, I brought up Crash Bandicoot where your thing was out, and I know you're a huge Crash Bandicoot fan, so I know you're definitely looking forward to that. I see.
Oh, you suck, because that was going to be my nail in the coffin for the topic. That was the
Oops.
remastering of Crash Bandicoot games. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 1 through 3, but I am almost on the verge going out and buying a PS4 and patiently not buying anything else for it until that game is done and out. So it is the first game played on my PS4. If you look at the amount of memory that can be stored on the disc that they use now as compared to the old school black back disc, you remember, it they could easily put 1 through 3 and not even tell you it's 1 through 3, just tell you it's just remastered, and be like, oh shit, this is, oh man, I've already started on the second one. They didn't tell me, and there was no heads up, no nothing. Oh well, might as well beat this one. Oh, I haven't slept for 16 hours. Might as well beat the third one while I'm at it too.
Yeah, that's kind of like what they did with the Master Chief Collection. Is they just put it, or you could say the Halo remasters. They just put them all on one disc. And yeah, definitely, you do know they're remaking these from the ground up to work on PlayStation 4. So it's the same game, but being completely remade. The same game. So it could be interesting what they add in.
I mean, I'm excited, and I'm wondering if that's not going to open the door to possibly seeing a Spiral remastered or remake. Oh my gosh!
Yes,
Very
much
if
so.
they make a Spyro remake, you guys will not see me until that game is beaten because Spyro is my shit, okay? Like, I love Crash, but Spyro is my shit.
I actually was playing it not just the other day, actually.
Oh shit! It kind of raises the question though, because obviously Xbox wasn't around then. They're just remastering Crash Bandicoot for PlayStation 4.
I haven't heard if it's going to be across any other platform. The only thing I've heard about it is it's coming for PlayStation 4. Knowing how some studios are, though they're going to end up putting it across more platforms just to make money, or you might see a Vita version released as well.
See, and the thing with this is, we had that discussion about are remasters good or are they just rehashing? And when they only do remasters of games that just came out on the last console, or not even like a year and a half ago, that's bullshit. They're just trying to catch. This is what a good remaster is bringing back these old games that we love, that needs to get out to a newer audience that probably never got a chance to play it. And I hope they do the same thing with the original Xbox, because there were some really good games that nobody has seen since.
You know, all they're secretly doing is going, all right, well, these guys beat them when their kids were this age. So now they'll sit there and be like, oh, you noob, that box has nothing in it. See, told you. No, you don't want that. Oh my God, what are you doing? Stop, just stop. Give me the controller. Go to bed. Oh, I do have a question though, because Naughty Dog is the same people that make the Uncharted games and made the original Crash Bandicoot games. Did we get a confirmation that Naughty Dog is making this?
Most likely they are. I'm hoping they do, because they should be.
I think they are. I didn't get as much time as I wanted to research them because life happens and it happens quickly. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, most definitely. But PlayStation very much so came out strong this year at E3.
Oh, I just got confirmation that remake's coming through Activision.
Activision's doing it? Wow. Okay. That's a little odd, to say the least. Now, was that their publisher when they Naughty Dog made the originals?
No. It was that Jack Yukon or whatever, I believe was the original publisher.